This is a huge leap in technology. First of all, how did you do this, and what opportunities does this open up?
So yeah, it is a big deal because it's not very often that we make a breakthrough in technology that can lift all boats. And we gotta remember that behind the scenes of our computers and our phones and our cars and every gadget that we have semiconductors and chips. And at the bottom of them, there's these transistors that are the basis of the digital world of zeros and ones. And what we've achieved now is the fruit of 4 years of work of hundreds of scientists and engineers working in Albany, New York, in a facility that has been the product of $15 billion of investment over the last 2 decades. So it's quite a feat of science and engineering. And in the end, what it's going to deliver for us is the proof that we have the next, future node for the semiconductor industry beyond, the 7, 5, 3, and now the 2 nanometer node.
So who's going to manufacture the chip, and when will it hit the market?
So what we enable with these breakthroughs, the way the business model works in how we conduct R&D in semiconductors is we build an ecosystem. And in our Albany facility, we have equipment manufacturers. This is companies like Applied Materials, Intel, and ASML. You have materials companies like JSR and others. And then you have manufacturers like Samsung. And we announced earlier this year that Intel is going to be joining as well, collaborating with us in semiconductor research. So what happens when we develop an advanced node like 2 nanometers is bilaterally we enable the technology elements that make the node viable to each one of these parties so that the equipment makers can make the next equipment and the manufacturers get the license to scale it. So you will see the technology over time scale in the large foundry makers like Samsung and others, and and ultimately, other IDMs like Intel.
So when will a 2 nanometer chip be in a product that I might use?
So I was mentioning before that 7 nanometers in production. So you would expect, if things go according to plan, late 2024, maybe 2025 is when you would start seeing the 2 nanometer node entering production. And what that will enable then is, all the people that can benefit from chips to design against that technology and get those chips fabricated. And just to give you a sense of the value that it can provide, a phone, a state-of-the-art smartphone that we all use today, typically built with 7 nanometer technology. With this 2 nanometer technology, you could deliver the same performance, but with a battery that would last now 4 days because it's so much more efficient. Or if you wanted to maintain the same battery performance, you could make the phone 45% better in terms of performance.